Welcome to the Seth Thibodeaux Show, featuring the head coach of Nicholls State University Baseball, Seth Thibodeaux. Today's program is presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional, dedicated to patient-centered excellence. The Seth Thibodeaux Show is also sponsored by Rouse's Supermarkets. You're either local or you're not. And by People's Health, your Medicare health team.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Seth Thibodeaux Show presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. I'm Mike Wagenheim alongside the head coach of the Colonel baseball team, Seth Thibodeaux. Coach, this is the first week in a while. You've really had to look back a little bit, see what went wrong, but there's no time to feel sorry for yourselves. Got to saddle up, get back into championship chase here.
Absolutely. We're one game out of first place right now, and that's where we want to be going in with 6 games left in the league and 7 games overall. We have a whole season ahead of us, and we're excited about this. We're treating this like the postseason now, and we're looking forward to our opportunities.
You got Stephen F. Austin coming up this weekend, a very winnable series, so you got to go on the road to take it here, but that's what championship teams do.
Well, yeah, we got to go take care of business there, and it's going to be senior weekend for them, and it's going to be emotional for those guys, and they're going to play some good baseball, but you know, that's peripheral stuff. We need to take care of our business. We need to pitch, play defense, and be aggressive offensively and really concern ourselves with ourselves. And I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Kind of got away from those 3 phases this weekend, though, and it's really the first time in a long time. Every team in this league hits that bump at some point along in the way.
Sure.
It finally caught up with you guys.
Yeah, it caught up with us. We played a really good game on Saturday night, and on Sunday we didn't pitch at our best, and we didn't play our best offensively. But every team faces a lot of adversity, and what you do with that adversity and how you respond to it really defines your team. And this is a great opportunity for us.
Well, let's take a look back, if we could, at the weekend series here against Southeastern Louisiana. We'll take you out to Alumni Field in Hammond for Friday night's opener. Coach Thibodaux facing a former player of his, Southeastern head coach Matt Reiser. They were together at Pearl River Community College. Colonel ace Taylor Bird got touched for a couple of runs in the first inning as the Lions strung together 3 straight hits to begin the frame. Andrew Godbold goes the other way, driving in Jacob Seward. Godbold would be a handful in this one. Bird able to limit the potential damage. Sam Robertson sacrifice fly, plating Jamison Fisher. Bird would get out of the inning down 2-0, but the Lions would nickel and dime him all night long. Let's head into the 3rd inning here. Godbold would put this one on the infield into no man's land. There's no play to be made. Jacob Williams scores. Godbold goes 3 for 4. How about this? 4 of the 9 hits off of Bird didn't leave the infield. The rest of them weren't particularly well struck, but they all added up. After a catcher's interference call, it's a suicide squeeze by Daniel Midget. He gets it down. Fisher scores. Southeastern gets greedy. Godbold tries to sneak in there, and he's thrown out, but Nicholls is in a 4-0 hole after the 3rd. They climb back in it in the 4th. With 2 on and 2 out, Charles Morton slices one the other way. Gabe Woods can't make the play in left. Christian Correa and Tyler Duplantis come around to cut the deficit in half. Bird then quieted Southeastern. Williams hits into the 4-6-3 twin killing. Bird goes 7 innings, allowing 4 runs on 9 hits. He still leads the league in earned run average, but a heck of a job by the Lions' Kyle Thibodaux. Making his first conference career start, he fans Justin Smith in the 8th. Thibodaux goes 7 2/3, no earned runs, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. The Colonels drop the opener 4-2 as Southeastern snaps a 6-game skid. The loss drops the Colonels into a first-place tie with Corpus Christi as Friday night came to an end. Coach, you just got to tip your cap to Thibodaux.
He was a bulldog. He was a warrior. He outcompeted us, and I tip my hat to him because he came out and he wanted it really, really bad, and he competed that way. And so did their team, and they really fed off of him, and I tip my cap to those guys for playing the game the right way.
And it's not as if Taylor Bird got rocked Friday night. You look at his final line, yeah, he gave up some runs and some hits, but my goodness, a lot of punch and Judy hits here for the Lions.
Yeah, he really did pitch well, and I really was excited to see how he bounced back from some tough luck. He was very mature. He kept getting better as the game went on, and I feel like I want to go win a championship with that guy because nothing fazed him. Nothing got to him, and he pitched the way he was supposed to and was a true leader for us that night.
Colonels had dropped a couple of Friday night games this year, always came back, got the first game on Saturday if it was a doubleheader or just the Saturday game in general. What's been the key to bouncing back so quickly?
Well, Grant Bourne's one of them, and number 2, leadership and being able to bounce back says a lot about the character of your club. And we've always been able to do that all year long. We've done that week in and week. Any opportunity we had to bounce back, we did. And so a lot of that has to do with some really good pitching, but a determined baseball team as well.
Nicholls looking to bounce back in Game 2 on Saturday night as the series shifted to Didier Field here in Thibodaux. Grant Bourne gets the assignment for the Colonels. He always gives the red and gray a shot. Southeastern draws first blood, a walk and a hit to start the second, and Kenan Menard's bouncer would score Sam Robertson. Now, in the fourth, the Lions pieced together 3 straight 2-out hits. Menard's knock here just out of the reach of a diving Phillip Lyons at second base. A valiant effort by Lyons. Daniel Midyett would score. It's 2-0 in favor of Southeastern Louisiana. Meanwhile, Lion righty Tate Thibodeaux kept the Colonels off the board. He got a little bit of help from his defense coming up here. Jacob Seward throwing out Keith Cormier at the plate on the hit by Charles Morton. And that keeps Nicholls off the board, but Cormier would have his revenge coming up here. In fact, he got a couple of knocks in the rest of the ball game. Let's go to the top of the fifth. Southeastern has runners in scoring position with 1 away for Godbold. Cormier collects the fly ball in right field. Seward is looking to tag and score. This thing isn't even close. Correa is waiting for him. That is the 9th outfield assist for Keith Cormier this year. After a 1-2-3 fifth, Nicholls' offense had gone 23 consecutive innings without an earned run. They finally get to Thibodeaux in the 6th, and it's Cormier blasting the double to right center. Leo Vargas scores from first. Nicholls within a run. Cormier's 12th double of the year. He leads the team, also a club-high 39 RBIs. After a ground out advances Cormier, here comes Christian Correa, and Christian would bring him home. This thing is tied at 2. Christian Correa getting better and better at the plate. He's raised his average 34 points over the last 10 games. And Nicholls is not done with Tate Thibodeaux. Following a Charles Morton base hit, it's Tyler Duplantis coming up here with a single to center field. Correa comes around to give the red and gray their very first lead. That hit would chase Thibodeaux from the game. How quickly the Colonels turn the tables. So in comes southpaw Matt Pateri, and Nicholls didn't waste any time jumping on him either. David Zorn rips one past first and down the line. Morton and Duplantis come around to make it 5-2. It's a triple for David Zorn. The Colonels with 10 hits on the night, 6 of them come in this 6th inning here. The question is, would it be enough? Because Southeastern wasn't done either. In the 7th, Seward pulls Bourne's offering through the right side. The 1-out hit chases in Thibodaux, who started in left field after pitching on Friday, and we have ourselves a 2-run game. But Christian Correa comes up big behind the plate in the 8th. Godbold leads off with a single, but Correa picks him off with a snap throw, and then after Robertson reached on a 2-base error, Correa cuts him down trying to advance on the pitch in the dirt. Stuart Holmes would polish it off in the 9th with a strikeout of Jesse Burat here. Holmes with a save. Grant Bourne with his 5th consecutive quality start. No extra base hits for Southeastern. Nicholls evens up this series with a 5-3 win, remaining in a first-place tie with the Islanders after Saturday night. Coach, you talk about it, leadership, big plays, and it comes from your seniors, including Keith Cormier.
Yeah, Keith made some big plays, the big blow. It was good to see that. Tyler Duplantis made some big plays. Christian Correa played really well. He played at a high level, throwing guys out, expecting them to try to advance on balls in the dirt. It was really good to see. But again, a great start by Grant Bourne, some big blows by some seniors offensively. It's a good baseball game, great atmosphere, great crowd.
You talk about a guy in Bourne who can go out and give you quality start after quality start. It's not common in this league to get that kind of consistency out of especially a number 2 guy, and Bourne gives it to you.
No question. He's like a number 1 throwing on Saturdays, and you know what you're going to get from him every single Saturday, and you know you're going to have a chance to win that game every time you step on the field. So I wouldn't expect anything different from here on out, but I know that that's the kind of guy you need to win a championship.
And you talk about Correa, and he's been in the lineup because of his defensive prowess
Correct.
all year. It hasn't been because of his numbers, but those numbers have quietly risen here over the last
Quietly risen from hard work and really starting to figure out how to hit at this level, and it's been fun to watch him get better and better every week.
We headed back to Hammond for Sunday's rubber game. We're going to try to make this as quick and painless as possible. Lion ace Andrew Chatura going up against Colonel standout Brandon Jackson, but Chatura came out in much better shape. He got right to work, fanning Seth Stevens here to end the first inning. He went 5 innings, allowing just 1 hit, with 5 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Jackson was in trouble from the get-go after a hit batter and a single. He serves up a bomb to Andrew Godbold. It's the first home run he's allowed all year. It's Godbold's 7th long ball. The Lions score 4 runs in the first, and Jackson was lifted after walking the first 2 batters in the second. Zach Thibodeaux took over, and Jamison Fisher tagged him for an RBI double. Fisher went 5 for 5 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. Nichols used 6 pitchers in this thing, and it was a day in which nothing went right. Errors, wild pitches, bases loaded, walks, you name it. Southeastern goes on to a 15-0 win in 7 innings. Coach, I don't know what to say about this one. It just came up and snuck up on you there, and those things happen in baseball. And I guess the question is, how quickly can you forget it?
Yeah, no, it was a tough day, and a tip of the hat to Southeastern for playing really well and having a great plan offensively. But we've moved on already. We're focused up and we're ready to go, and we got a game tonight and a big weekend for us ahead in Nacogdoches, Texas, and a great week against McNeese following that. So it's about finishing strong. It's something we talk a lot about, and we're looking forward to this, and we're excited about the postseason for sure.
6 conference games remain. Here's how it's shaping up. Texas A&M Corpus Christi has gained sole possession of first place, but Nicholls, Sam Houston State, and McNeese State are all just a game behind. The Bearcats have won their last 8 overall. Northwestern State still in the hunt. Southeastern Louisiana and Lamar getting closer to a tournament berth. Oral Roberts took over 8th place, but they're only 1 game in front of Central Arkansas and Houston Baptist. Stephen F. Austin is, for the most part, out of it, and New Orleans continues to fall. The good thing is, Coach, the schedule favors you in some respects. Corpus Christi and Sam Houston still have to play each other, so hopefully they'll split that series down the middle. It gives you a potential opening, but it all depends on if you guys take care of your own business.
Yeah, we need to take care of our own business, and we know that, and we're excited about it, and we're shooting forward, and that's our goal. And pitching and defense has carried us, and it's allowed us to be successful, and our aggressiveness on offense has won us some games. So that's where we can't go away from our strengths, and when we stick to our strengths, it's always there's success that follows. So great week for us to work on that.
Pitching's still been there for the most part. The offense has tailed off a little bit. How do you get those guys back up and hitting?
It's part of the ebb and flow of a season, but it's ultimately our on base percentages and the big blows after that from the guys, like we did in that big inning against Southeastern, making sure our speed guys are on the bases, making sure we're getting the little things down, the bunts, the hit and runs, the hit by pitches, all those little things that add up to success. We got to make sure we dominate that part of the game.
There aren't too many secrets, are there?
That's right.
All right, Coach. We got complete coverage of Nicholls baseball on the Colonel Sports Radio Network, presented by your local Super Chevy dealers. The Colonels continue their championship chase this weekend at Stephen F. Austin. We're live with you from Nacogdoches for Friday's opener at 6:30. Game 2 is set for Saturday at 2. Sunday's finale gets underway at 1 o'clock. All of those games will be carried live on KTIB 640 AM. Coach, what can you tell us about the Lumberjacks?
Well, I know that it is, as I said earlier, it's senior weekend for them. It's their last time at home for the year, and they are in a bind as far as making the postseason. So they don't have anything to lose. I do know that at times they've pitched it really well. They've got some physical guys in their lineup that can hit the ball at the yard. One guy with 10 home runs, which is not normal in college baseball now. So I do know that they're playing at their place, and so we need to make sure we take care of our business, not really concern ourselves as much, but do respect the fact that they are at home and they're a capable baseball team, and they've won some games against some good opponents this year. And really, focus in on what we have to do. In the tournament, we're going to be on the road. We have to learn to win on the road. It's important. So, and we'll definitely be focused on that. And again, we have to be mature this week because we have finals starting. We're on the road. We have to make sure we're able to take care of our business in the classroom and on the field, which is really important for us. And so it's a jumbled up week, but at the same time, a focus always prevails and leadership prevails, and we're looking forward to it.
I know this past week wasn't what you wanted, but look, the thing is you're a game out with 6 to go.
No question.
I don't think too many people pictured you in this situation right now.
I love expectation. It's a good thing. It's good for your program, and whenever you lose 2 out of 3, which hadn't happened a whole lot this season, and there's frustration, I like that. That's good. That's a good sign for your program, and so we're competing for a championship, and we're going to make a great run at it.
We'll take a quick time out, be back with much more here on the Seth Thibodeaux Show, presented by the Sports Medicine Center at Thibodaux Regional.
You may know Thibodaux Regional was the first hospital in the region to take a leadership role in athletic safety. But did you know they're the only hospital in the region to offer advanced concussion testing technology? That their certified athletic trainers assist high schools with team event coverage, and that they provide prevention education to coaches, athletes, and parents? TJ Boudreau knows they're here for athletes of all ages. Parents, coaches, and athletes know Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care.
Well, we're all about the people that we care for. Every day we find a way to make your life better. That's what we're here for. Yeah, we're all about the people. We help you take care of yourself. That's what we do. We're here for you with people's health.
Mike Wagenheim back here with you alongside the head coach of the Colonel baseball team, Seth Thibodeaux. 2 weeks left in the regular season. You got conference, hopefully postseason after that as well, but time is ticking away here for your senior class, and I think they realize now it's now or never.
Sure it is, and they're in what a great position to be in your senior season with great opportunities ahead of you. An opportunity to win 30 games in this program for the first time in a very long time, an opportunity to set a Southland Conference total wins record for a single season. Just really in playing for a first place finish in the regular season, and a chance to go to the postseason and conference tournament and play on from there. So what a great opportunity for these young men. They've all been a big part of this run, and I'm excited to see them play their best baseball at the right time.
Now the seniors on this Colonel club looking to extend their careers a few more weeks. They're not quite ready to hang up those cleats. Whenever it does all come to an end, though, these young men will be ready for the next step. Here's Tiffany Williams.
As the regular season nears an end, the Colonels have a shot to make history as they sit within striking distance of their first ever Southland Conference championship. As that unfolds, 8 graduating seniors are cherishing their final moments at Didier Field, a place they have called home for several years. As seniors, these players have come to embrace the Colonel way of playing and living. They learned that nothing will be handed to them, and that mindset can only help them to succeed off the field in the real world.
Hard work. That's all this program is built on. From way back in the day, everybody that's been through here with Coach Knight and those guys, everything that this program has been built on was hard work, and that's all that we try to do each and every day. We don't try to do anything spectacular or anything out of our ability. We just work as hard as we possibly can and trust the fact that, we always say the term deserved victory, and we trust that, hard work is going to pay off, and the hard work that we put in the fall and in the spring and in the weight room, that it's all just going to pay off, and that the victories that we have and the successes that we have as individuals is all because of that hard work.
This senior class coincides with head coach Seth Thibodeaux's 4th year at the helm, and their time together building the foundations of a new era has been something to remember. Seeing all of their efforts in practice in the weight room pay off on the diamond has provided these Colonels with memories to last well beyond their playing days.
I've had a lot of moments that I really cherish since I came here to Nicholls from JUCO. But I'd say just every day at practice. The games are fun. Winning games and awesome situations are fun, but every day working with the guys to get better, just doing what we love and having fun and, really kind of cutting up, but in a serious way, is the things that I'll remember.
Tyler Duplantis recalls one hit that was a real game changer.
Probably the ORU game this year. We were tied in the 9th, and Christian Correa had a pretty big hit with 2 outs to score me. I was on second to actually win that game, which actually won the series and kept us going. And I think that's it's a big moment for us as a team too, because it kind of kept us going in conference. It was a big in-conference game. It was a rubber match. We were 1-1 that series, and that moment really kind of led to what's happened the second half of the season.
Some seniors, like 4-year veteran Phillip Lyons, credit the coaching staff for helping him realize things about himself, both as a player and an individual.
For me, it's definitely to have tunnel vision, as in, like, if I have a bad plate appearance or if I have make an error, just to let it go, because I like to let things get to me. I get upset when I make errors or something like that, but they've taught me to just let it go and play one play at a time.
The 2014 class has helped display the promise that this program holds. It's important to them that the underclassmen continue to strive to get the Colonels to the next level.
Need to work hard. I mean, to see this program continue to change over the past, I came in as a freshman, so 5 years ago. To see where this program was at and to see where it is now today, it's unbelievable. The talent level that they have in this locker room is absolutely unbelievable, and the talent level that this freshman class has compared to whenever I came in, and it's speaking for them and it's speaking for Coach Prothro and what he's done with recruiting. It continues to get better each and every year.
I mean, all you can do is just tell them, always stay hungry. Whatever happens this year happens, and the next is, up to them. We're not going to be a part of it, so, they're a great group of guys, and I'm sure they'll do great things.
You only get 4 years to do this, so, I mean, to experience this is awesome. So, I mean, just take every day and just have fun every single day.
Upon graduation, some of these seniors hope to make a career out of baseball. However, with the knowledge they have gained in their respective degree programs and the lessons they have learned from their time in the red and gray, they all seem destined to join the lengthy list of colonels making an impact in their communities around the region. For the Seth Thibodeaux Show, I'm Tiffany Williams.
Thank you very much, Tiffany. Coach, I don't know if you could ask for a better group of guys.
Just a really neat group. Keith Cormier, what a great leader. Mark Picciola, you saw Tyler Duplantis there, Leo Vargas, Cody Tillotson, Brandon Jackson, Mark Picciola. Just a really neat group of guys, Philip Lyons included. A special group, a fun group, a very committed group, a hard-working group, and a very hungry group. And it's been fun to work with these guys and develop them. Some have been with us for 3 years, some 4 years, some 2 years, but it's been good. Taylor Bird is in that group as well, and I've really enjoyed being around these young men.
Coach, we'll talk more when we come back. You're tuned into the Seth Thibodeaux Show presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. Back with you on the Seth Thibodeaux Show presented by the Sports Medicine Center of Thibodaux Regional. The academic year here at Nicholls is winding down, but there was still plenty happening around the department last week. Alex Tullis has the details.
Student athletes from around Nicholls Athletics gathered on campus for an evening of fun and fellowship, while the Nicholls softball team looked to close out a tough season on a positive note. The department held its 15th annual athletic awards banquet last Monday. The evening showcased athletes in all sports and recognizes those who have had exceptional years both on and off the field. The highly coveted Norman Schwanner Community Service Award went to baseball's Keith Cormier, who keeps himself involved in a number of great causes around the Thibodaux area.
Baseball youth camps, we help clean up the community. We have a whole day we walk out around the community, about 3 or 4 miles, and we pick up trash. And we did a marathon, a fun run for breast cancer, which is really, really nice to do and really fun.
Basketball standout Liam Thomas was named Freshman Male Student Athlete of the Year. Thomas, an Australian native, started 20 games and was a shot-blocking specialist. His dedication to his team did not go unnoticed.
At the beginning of the year, I wasn't really expected to produce much, So I think a lot of hard work and effort put in, and just listening to what the coaches wanted me to do, and then acting on that during the games and practice.
There were also several non-traditional awards handed out this year. Kaylin Henderson, who plays both football and baseball, was selected by the student athletes as the Tweeter of the Year for his prolific social media activity.
I go through a lot a day. I pretty tweet about 50 or 60 times in a day. So especially when I'm bored and don't have like class or practice, I'm pretty much on there all the time.
The softball squad wrapped up their year last weekend in Conway with a 3-game set at Central Arkansas. On Saturday, they split a doubleheader, losing the opener in 8 innings, 3-1, before taking the nightcap 2-1 on an RBI hit by Taylor Terrio in the 7th. The Colonels were blanked by the Sugar Bears on Sunday, 5-0 in 5 innings, after falling behind in the first frame. The team finished with a 19-34 record, but with Taylor Terrio as a strong Southland Freshman of the Year candidate and just a total of 4 seniors and juniors populating the roster, the future holds some promise for this young squad. For the Seth Thibodeaux Show, I'm Alex Tullis.
Thank you very much, Alex. Coach Keith Cormier getting it done in the community, too.
Absolutely. He's part of a big group of our tradition that we've started many years ago and when we first got here. But he's done a good job of being a leader there and done a phenomenal job in the community as well.